Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Lottie and today we're going to do a back to Pilates routine. So this is one that's actually been really requested by you, a nice short and sweet routine that doesn't feel too intimidating but does give you all of that Pilates goodness, strength and balance and mobility. So you're going to need a small Pilates ball, but don't worry if you don't have one. You can use a cushion, a pillow, a rolled up towel, a yoga block, or you can do the whole routine without as well. And just make sure you're taking care of yourself, just looking after your body. Maybe you've had a period of inactivity. So this is all about just being kind and getting back on your mat. And I'm so proud of you for clicking play and getting going with me. So we're going to begin with some hip rolls. We're going to use that ball in a little bit, so you can just pop it to one side. So let's just come down onto our mat, saying hello to our mat again. Maybe it's been rolled up somewhere, a little bit dusty for a while, so just give it a little bit of love and we're going to get moving on it. So we're here, we're going to start with some hip rolls with our feet down. So just let your body settle. We're going to have our knees and feet together and our knees bent. We're going to let our hands just settle onto our body. Maybe it's been a while since you've connected with your body. So just planting those hands there, landing them on your body, welcoming a fresh start, good intentions, new habits. It's okay to have times in our lives where we resist doing things that are good for us. So don't feel bad. There's no point beating ourselves up. We can always start again on a new day. So just finding that flow of breath that's always with you. And it's going to really support this movement practice. Breathing in and feeling the tummy rise, the ribs expand. And breathing out and feeling the body getting away from the hands a little bit. So sort of softening inwards. Imagine your lungs are filling up like balloons. And then releasing slowly out. We're ready to get moving now. So let's bring our arms out to the side into a low V. Breathe in to prepare. And then as you breathe out, allow the pelvis to just tip towards the right, keeping the knees and feet together as you rotate through your lumbar spine, finding a spinal twist. And then exhale as you draw your knees back up to the ceiling. Good, we're getting moving. You've started. You're doing it, you're moving, you're stretching and twisting your lower back. With control, you're on your mat. And all you have to do is stay here with me for this short practice. Just being guided by my voice, by the exercises, but also being led by what feels good in your body today. So this is a tip in action of the pelvis, as if the pelvis was a compass. You'd be going east to west, not north to south, okay? So rocking like a boat, east to west. Try to check if there's any tension that might be creeping into the shoulders. Number one Pilates correction is the shoulders are up by the ears for a lot of us, so we just want to draw them down a little bit and open them up. So one more to the left side, and then we're going to see if we can do this exercise in a tabletop position, so a little bit more challenging on the abdominals. So you can always stick with the feet down, or if you feel ready, just draw one knee up to tabletop position, and then draw the other knee up to tabletop position. But the feet and knees are together, and we do exactly the same movement pattern. So we're going to inhale as we rotate and twist through the lumbar spine. Exhale, you keep the double knee fold as you bring the knees back to the center. Good. So feeling a little bit more work around the middle of the body. This is great to get into those deep transverse lower abdominals. The obliques are firing up a little bit because we're twisting. They have to support that twist. Giving a little bit of love to that lower spine. And maybe feeling the legs working just a little bit as you hold them up there. Good, one more to each side. And for this last one to each side, maybe see if you can really anchor the opposite arm down. And then as you go over to that last side, anchoring the opposite shoulder and arm down. Good. And then just hug the knees in. If you haven't done a double knee fold for a while, sometimes the hip flexors can get a bit tight, so just have a little stretch. And we are going to continue to open them up now with our pelvic curl. And this time we're going to bring the ball, if you have it, with us for this exercise. So we're going to bring it between the thighs, so the legs now go about hip distance apart. And we hold that ball there. So you don't want to be squeezing on the ball like 100%. You only want maybe, say, starting with about 40%. So we never sort of push in too much to our max. We've got that gentle work and control. So we're holding that ball with a little bit of a squeeze, and then we're going to find a posterior tip of the pelvis or a tuck of the pelvis under. So if you've got a little gap between your lower back and the mat, you're just going to close that now, pressing the lower back down, stretch it. And we start to come into that lovely pelvic curl. So bone by bone, you feel the hips really getting that stretch, which is so good if we have been sitting for a while in our daily lives. And we come up, we've still got that inner thigh connection, and then maybe squeeze to about 60 or 70% now on the ball as you get to the top. And then release back to about 40%, and then rolling down through the spine, bone by bone. Good. And we go again. So our pelvic curls or our spine curls here, we're looking for that lovely articulation, coming into that bridge. And you don't want to come too high. You want to feel this lovely sort of plank line as if someone could walk up your body or down your body like a ramp. You don't want like a dip in the ramp, okay? And then we roll it down. So you do a little extra squeeze at the top just to work our glutes and inner thighs even more, and then we bring it down. Lovely. Good. One more. We're going to stay up at the top to feel some lovely Pilates work on the glutes and the inner thighs. We're going to take little presses in on that ball for 10, 9, squeezing, 8 and 7. Yes, 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and roll it down, maybe a little bit shaky, and come all the way back. Very nice, guys. Good. Just taking the ball into your hands and just let your knees just gently rock left to right, easing out. And then we're going to do just one more exercise on the back here before we flip around and work the glutes a bit more. We're going to work a little bit more through the stability of the pelvis and the connection to the lower abdominals with some toe taps. So we're going to do this with the ball under the sacrum, because if you haven't done Pilates for a while, then this can just feel really nice and supportive for your lower back. Obviously, we are testing the balance a little bit, but just by elevating the hips up like this, you can feel a little bit of a easier connection to the middle, to the center. So we use our arms down by our side, we lift our legs to tabletop, and we're going to do our toe taps here. So you're balancing on that ball, it's not too high, not too low, and we just take our toe taps. We exhale to tap one toe, inhale to bring it back, exhale to tap the other toe, inhale to bring it back. So with our toe taps, we're moving at the hip joint to tap towards the floor. We're aiming to keep the spine and the pelvis still. The shoulders are wide, the ribs are on the mat. And as you exhale, trying to feel that just subtle softening of the abdominals away from the hands. Feeling back up on the inhale. So we're really learning that working our core stability isn't about bracing or doming the abdominals, but just about maintaining good alignment and breath and control. One more on each side. And then just place those feet back down onto the mat. Once you've done that set of lovely toe taps, you can lift those hips up off the ball, and then just don't rush, just take the ball out and just let your pelvis settle for a moment before you come around to your all fours. So turn to one side and gently push yourself up. We're going to keep using that ball for our kickbacks. So if we bring it behind one of our knees, so again, remember you can use a cushion. So we're going to bring it behind our right knee, hold it there so we've got something to connect with. We're on our all fours, we're going to do a little set of lifts to energize through the back of the leg, to open through the front of the hip. So we breathe out to lift the thigh, breathe in to tap it back. Breathe out to lift the thigh, breathe in to tap it back. So in this new dynamic position, the arms are long, but we're not locking the elbows. Fingers are spreading, palms are pressing down. Chest is wide. Feel the long neck, the chest opening, and the shoulders spreading out. Lifting your back up towards the ceiling. So we've got that lovely worked upper body. Let's hold this thigh up on the next one. Squeeze into the ball and then take little presses up and up and up and up. Good. So keep the squeeze on the ball if you can. Again, it's that inner thigh, hamstring, glute, hip connection. And then I just want you to make sure you're not leaning over to the left as you work this right side. We've got 4, 3, yes, 2, 1. Hold it up there, last little hold, and then bring it down. Good, same thing on the left. So put the ball behind the back of the left knee. We give it a little bit of a squeeze. It's quite tiring to stay on the all fours like this. So if you need to reset at any point, then do. And we just lift and lower that back thigh. Good, taking care not to lean to the right. Balancing the arms. Lengthening the lower back. Lifting that thigh high. Good. Stabilizing the thoracic part of the spine, which is this middle part of your spine. As you get tired with Pilates, you'll start to sink and lose the form. So we stay here. We've not got long left of this routine. So it's really mindful. Let's hold it up and little squeezes up and up and up and up and up and up. You've got it. 8. Try and touch the ceiling with that toe. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to hold it there. I want you to squeeze the ball and lift your thigh. Squeeze the ball and bring the knee all the way back down. Beautiful. Let's put that to one side. Let's just do a little dart to open our backs because Pilates is all about having a healthy back as well. So let's bring our arms alongside our body for the dart. Legs are going to be together. You're laying on your tummy. And all I want you to do is lift that upper back up. Reach the arms back to the feet as if you're soaring through the air. And then coming down. So enjoy that postural work here. Counteracting all that sitting forwards we do in our lives. Strengthening the postural muscles. Good. Coming up, hold it there. Just check your position for the length. Make sure you've not broken the back of the neck so you feel long in the neck. Eyes are low and long. Palms are pressing in evenly to the body. And then resting down. We push ourselves up from there. Take a little child's pose. So just sit back towards your heels and we'll take a lovely cat and cow to finish this practice. You have done it. You've moved and strengthened your body. So give yourself this little bit of love, feeling grateful, feeling proud for getting back on your mat maybe after a little while. And the best thing to do is to come back to it tomorrow, okay? So I was going to say you can keep your mat out. So if you have got space, then you could always just keep your mat out as a little reminder to step back onto that mat tomorrow. And if it feels a little bit overwhelming, then just do this routine again until you feel ready to move on to anything else. You can come back to something that feels familiar. So you can restart that practice. And I hope that you feel good. You feel stretched and worked in a positive, gentle, kind way. Beautiful. Let's finish in seated with 3 grounding breaths. This is one of the most important parts of the practice, not to rush up out into the rest of our day, but to just try to have a bit of stillness to finish. Let your hands just settle. Lift through the posture in the spine. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Just the breath to focus on, that is all. Breathing in. Breathing out. Well done. Thank you so much for choosing to step on your mat with me today. Let me know how you get on and if you're feeling good for moving and trying to encourage some others to get moving as well, maybe who haven't moved for a while. So remember that this is going to have such a ripple effect out into the rest of your life. Thank you for joining me, and just remember that you can subscribe to the channel, like and comment, and also I have a virtual studio and an app where we have hundreds of classes for beginners to advanced using lots of different props, and we have really great challenges over there as well for the winter, for the summer. So there's lots to explore, and as a YouTube subscriber you get some really good deals as well, so make sure you check all of that out in the description box below. And I'll hopefully see you on the mat soon. Bye.